I was ignoring the dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could.
It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line. Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. We want this.
Now Morgan on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Greystone, travel.
2nd and 14. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47. Ready?
Off play action. Morgan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
11 yards there, first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Here's Morgan from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bryant down for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
On first down, Tannehill. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First down, Cowboys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
52's the mark, boys. 52. All day.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Come to my work.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Morgan. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score. on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now this time he'll look to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he rifles one incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Morgan, operating from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Tannehill on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready, ready! And logo.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. On third down, this is Jackson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. McCrane's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run them.
Here's Irvin. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
52's the mark, boys, 52. Hey, time.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tannehill now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
You better be ready. Shoot.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Set 50, plant. 2, take left. Alert. 3, get it.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Tannehill. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. McCrane able to knock this one through. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. By the way, they're into the second quarter now out in Carson. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's go. Hey, box truck.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Ready? Watch the 61. Matchbox lights.
15. Check 15.
Now Tannehill. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Set. 60 or.
What we got?
Snap.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Liberty base. Hey, team 6. Team 6. You think you're going to get this? Hey, right 52. Let's go.
Third and long. It's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Morgan throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 71 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. Chargers have just stretched their lead with a score. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Morgan now. Going to throw again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's third down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Now Morgan looking to throw on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw is Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Morgan off the bootleg. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Looking to throw. Morgan. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's third down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31.
Go get it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Morgan. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run here with Freeman. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Got it. Check Mike 57, Mike 57. I got it. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Escapes the defender. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left hand. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
90 Wolf.
Shrink that ball.
Hey, Zoo.
Keep it up.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Letting one go deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.